I wrote 2 weeks ago that the Seahawks unit at the receiver position could be a top 10 group in the NFL. Watching practice today and really throughout this training camp, that looks laughable. I don't know if that's because the secondary is that good. It may very well be. But this receiver core for the Seattle Seahawks has got to grow, and it's got to grow fast. And part of the issue and part of the problem here at training camp, if you were to be out here and watch practice day in and day out, is that Sidney Rice right now, the X factor, the number one receiver that you hope can grow into that role, is simply not doing much of the teamwork. So that definitely impacts what's going on at receiver. It's making these quarterbacks' jobs that much more difficult. But I don't know, as I said earlier, if this is clearly because Richard Sherman, Brandon Brown, or Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Marcus Trufant, KJ Wright are going to make it that suffocating for other teams. But I also know some of these young receivers better start to scare and threaten this defense. And right now, they're not. Right now, that defense is having their way. Every practice I've watched to this point, that defensive secondary in particular, the swagger, the confidence, the physical play in which they bring, the receivers right now for your Seattle Seahawks are not stepping up to the challenge. It'll be worth watching in the weeks to come. It'll be worth watching the impact that a Sidney Rice, like a 3 or 4 hitter in a baseball lineup, can impact and have on the rest of his receivers. But Ricardo Lockett, Chris Durham, Golden Tate, time for you guys to step up your game.